Hello and welcome to Mind Echo. When people think about mental health support, they often imagine hospitals or long waiting lists. But here in Stratford, it might begin with a warm drink, a place to sit, and someone who listens. Today, we are visiting the Recovery College and the Together Café. These are working spaces where you don't need a diagnosis and you don't need to explain yourself. The first thing you'll hear is a friendly welcome and an offer for a cup of tea or coffee. It's a safe, professional, and no judgment environment where you can simply sit down and breathe. Let's hear the real voices.
What made me come to the Recovery College is that I'm always seeking knowledge and information to improve my mental health well-being, as knowledge is power. So I've found this courses information in the Newham Mental Health Community Center, where I used to receive my medication that I used to be on for the last 12 years. So ever since I've joined the Recovery College, I've learned on how to come out of my comfort zone and to tackle everything bravely and confidence. I honestly needed these help on how to identify my strength and to have healthy relationship in my every aspect of my life with certainty.
Started about 15 years ago was the first one, and the reason why they came was there was a psychologist who ended up with being sectioned, and she felt that the services didn't really support people who had mental health. They stabilised them, but they didn't help up because the focus was on your diagnosis. So one of the key things around recovery colleges, you don't need any form of diagnosis. You don't need a label. You just feel like you need support or you want to make change around your life.
And the Newham Recovery College. I think this is the best place in the world. There is no judgment. Nobody laughs at you. So you can be just yourself and explore your mind.
Enjoy most doing the crafting. That's helped me to express myself and open myself. I had symptoms of ADHD because a lot of the people that come in here are from the same kind of me that have mental health issues as well. It could be anything, schizophrenia, bipolar, childhood trauma, depression, anxiety. And I think it's a private forum for us that we can have a good discussion with each other and we understand each other. It's nice that there's lots of respect and privacy towards each other and it's team building. We actually understand each other. And
I think for lots of people, the word recovery suggests either mental health or drug dependence issue. That might prevent a number of people accessing. So you might have to have a diagnosis or you might have an addiction issue, and that might be a preventative. I think the other thing that happens culturally.
And my role is to help and support people who come here, particularly when they're in crisis. The focus is on, first of all, just making them feel a little bit more relaxed, de-escalating, and then trying to get an assessment of the level of safety that they're at, and then trying to give them more resources, inviting them back to the cafe.
I've experienced this in my own family background, the concept of acknowledging that you're struggling with has so much stigma associated with it, but actually remembering that we all have days and weeks and months and potentially years where life is difficult. And actually for us, recovery is a journey that everybody experiences because we all have things that trip us up along.
There are other sessions which are just like about relaxation, crafts, different activities, art therapy.
First came here because some person said to come here and they tell me that I want to get a job at cleaning. It's hard to get a job cleaning. I will work for about 8 years. I want to go back to work, but I can't do the same job what I do. But I find it helpful, yeah. Doing drama, or join the voice. Yeah, that's really my temper calm down. Some people
and actually for us, recovery is a journey that everybody experiences because we all have things that trip us up along the way, and actually we're all just trying to work out the best way of living our lives.
I'm a peer support worker here at Newham Together Café. Newham Together Café is a crisis support center It's a project implemented by Mind, funded by the NHS as well. We support clients who are experiencing a crisis. The crisis can be self-defined. However, we mainly work with suicidal ideations, and clients can access support for up to 12 weeks. Over those 12 weeks, they can have one-to-one support. That includes up to 3 one-to-one 50-minute sessions, and they can also participate to group activities. When I started here, one of the requirements lived experience of mental health distress, which they thought that might be most helpful for the people attending the center. As for what I truly believe makes a difference for clients and on a client-like recovery journey is having a genuine interest in the client's struggles, in what they're experiencing, what they're going through, showing a genuine help them overcome that crisis. I think many of our clients today struggles with feelings of alienation, whether because their communities are being dispersed, they're facing financial struggles, housing struggles. I think especially now, it is important for them to feel like someone cares, understands, and is going to be there, even if just for some comfort. Obviously,
when someone is experiencing a high level of anxiety and they come in a really stressed state or a state of crisis, I think that the one-to-one support works in a large part just because it allows them to feel the presence of another person, and that person is not judging, not putting pressure, and only has a desire to help. So it's kind of a basic human feeling.
Clients have up to 3 one-to-one sessions. However, if they're still in crisis, by the end of the 3 sessions, there's going to be a review, and that support is going to be extended. Sometimes the sessions go up to 5 sessions, sometimes dependent on each individual case. We try to space the sessions out so that they cover as much as possible the 12 weeks, and so that we can offer.
The other barrier that I've seen is the word college. Now, for lots of people, school and college was never the best part of their lives. To come back to an educational environment, because we do courses and workshops with learning outcomes, can be a bit of a challenge. I think we have had to do a lot of work with talking to our fellow professionals about recovery colleges, because they perceive it as being a place that's more like a daycare centre, that you just come and there's not going to be any change in your life, but actually we'll stabilise you and we'll look after you and we'll do your care plans and we'll basically be your carer. As far as I think there's stigma on lots of sides around that, and what we offer is courses open to anyone that wants to come, and actually we're not going to ask you that question. So as far as I'm concerned, if you've enrolled onto recovery college and you come onto a course, you're a student. You're just trying to work out, take some knowledge from this experience with people who are coming from different perspectives. And actually me as a facilitator, I'd like to learn in that space as well. So we describe that as 360 learning. Nice way of doing it.
A very important aspect of the support that we offer is activities as well. In my experience, clients benefiting a lot from coming to Newham Together Café, just spending time in a safe space, connecting with others who might be facing similar challenges, building connections and friendships. I've heard many times that clients feel like the cafe is like a different dimension. There are boundaries and there are rules. However, the way the clients are able to navigate this space is different. It doesn't require of them to perform. I've heard clients say many times that they find a lot of benefit in being able to be spontaneous and talk about anything from pastiming to engaging in meaningful conversation.
I think the most important thing for them to feel is no pressure. We want to ourselves feel calm so that whatever state they are in, whether they're confused, whether they're very stressed, whether they're panicking, we can just bring our calm to make them feel calm. When people are together in a certain way, after 15 minutes, everyone starts to feel the same way. The idea is just for them to feel soft, gentle, no pressure. We don't want to start asking them questions and putting pressure on them when they come in. Just simple things. Do you want to have something to drink? It's the first thing. And then we will try to understand more about their situation.
I had symptoms of ADHD. A lot of the people that come in here are from the same kind of mental health issues, bipolar, childhood trauma, depression, anxiety. And I think it's a private forum. We have a group discussion with each other and we understand each other. It's nice that there's lots of respect and privacy towards each other and it's team building. We actually understand each other. And
when someone is experiencing a high level of anxiety or they're in a crisis state, the presence of another person who cares about how they're feeling is already a big part of it. Just having the other person there with them physically already helps people because they know they're not alone and they know they don't have to leave or anything. They can be with someone. The second part is just basic emotional support. So making sure that they feel heard, that they feel validated. We're not judging, we're not trying to create a diagnosis as much as just make sure that the person feels heard. Yeah, offering no judgment. And then the third part is actually doing like the techniques, maybe breathing techniques or other grounding techniques.
The best time of my life, to be honest with you. And I'll tell you the reason why I'm enjoying Together Café, because I came to realize that patience is the key to success if you want to help others. As long as you strive with certainty, you want to make sure that you 100% see the fruits thereafter, right? Because you want to place the good effort where it's needed the most. English isn't their first language, so there's multiple languages spoken in this country. So, and for me to speak that 5 language, and I have an advantage to communicate with different wider range of communities that they can come into one place and enjoy their background, whether it's religious, culture, sport, whatever it may be. So, and I'm always very happy to help at all times.
Into the part of yourself that wants to help people in a genuine way, because you're in a situation but you don't really know what you can do, but actually you learn that even though you cannot come up with a practical solution to help someone in their life because it's a very big problem that they have, you cannot fix it, but you can.
Thank you for listening. As we have seen today, support can be simple, respectful, and free from judgment, whether it's the recovery college during the day or the Together Café in the evening. These spaces are here for you. Remember, you don't have to face things alone. If you need a safe and comfortable place, the door is already open. Take care of yourself and thank you for being here.